Hello. Hello, everyone. Sigil second pass. I was starting to work on this. I figured I'd just hop on. I got a little time, so not sure how long I have, but I have time to stream. So I am attempting to fix a problem that came about from bringing the sigils in, and that's having to have like tier 1, 2, and 3 sigils. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try. So the first big hurdle is actually the pattern, the highlight system. So that's what we are gonna attempt to fix right now. Hey Oder, how's it going? Good morning. So what I did before the stream here, before I decided to go live, is I created a copy of my creation array. And I swapped out a leading block that I'm looking for here in the grid, position 2. And now we are onto the code part of all of this. What I need to do is come up top, and we are going to have to create some variables. There we go. So I created a subsection for option 1. We're going to put one for option 2. Whoops, not option 12, option 2. Down here, I need to make sure that, yep, I got array 2 in there. I need to add this. Let's copy. Paste, make that a 2. So I make sure I take it out as an array. And then this needs to be everything for option 2. So that's the easy part. The hard part's going to be down here because now I need to connect this stuff in. So I'm going to have to do a check to see if option 1 is there or if option 2 is there. And it's going to have to be an or because it's going to have to be one this or this. Ooh. So I was at least smart in the past and I made an internal variable here. So I think I'm going to have to do 2 different checks for this, for interact. I'm going to have one scenario that's mapped out for option 1 and then one mapped out for option 2. Man, how do I want to do this? Cuz it's got to like check, right? Cuz if you have a rustic torch in one position, oh, how is this even going to work? Am what I'm trying to do possible? Spent the last few days working on a stupid long non-epic quest. This is crazy. How you doing? Feeling better? I am feeling better. It's kind of... I'll be clearing my throat a little bit every now and then. I am feeling better, though. I am. It's been... I've been kind of workhorsing this mod in recent days, so that's been fun. It seems like the newest problem that a couple people got where they're like, oh, I try and throw out a wand and it doesn't show me where it is. I'm like, that's not my mod. Like, I don't have the ability to intercept when you throw Q and it throws out the registry item and does the rendering. That's the base game screwing up. So obviously we may have run out of the release candidate maybe a little too soon. maybe we should have stayed as a release candidate a little bit longer. Just a little bit. But what do I know? I know nothing. My god, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I'm not sure if what I'm trying to do is something that can be done. Because I'm like trying to use two different arrays and they're exclusive. What I would like to do is have, like, see, this is the thing. If I didn't have the highlight system in, would have worked fine. Would have worked fine. But I don't think this system is robust enough to do what I want, and I don't think it's worth the effort to put a system like this in. Let's hop in the game. Let's just take a look. You're smart, you'll figure it out. Eventually, you could figure anything out, but I don't want to turn a donut into a planet here, you know? Like I don't want to move mountains. Especially since it's just a visual thing. Has nothing to do with the actual logic and things working. It's just a visual. Do I need the highlight system? Should the highlight system just show you where the chalk goes? Since that's the complex pattern? I mean, there's a couple ways to do this, right? Like, by sacrificing one thing, do I get something better? That's the question. Let me guess. Yep, these are all still fine. Of course they are. I don't know how people are breaking these. It's a mystery. Yeah, Rift Bloom Seed. Let's plant a couple more. Have them ticking away. Why not? There we go. All right. So let's pull out a sigil. There you go. Sigil Creation 1. Snow everywhere. Oh, they just calculated right. Let's get some magic chalk. Let's get rid of some of these. There we go. So this is the creation. Let's pull out a more complex one. Let's pull out something like the... I mean, we could do this one right here, World Essence. I'm gonna say, is this not working? Am I? Oh, you know why it's not working? It's not working because this is the one that I'm working on, right? No, wait, this one's not the one I'm working on. It is... I would have to put a -1 for everything. Okay, so I think this is the only one that works right now. Yeah, that's the only one that works right now with what I did. So... some of these things, it's a little confusing because they basically these rituals are 3 points. They have like 3 points of data. The first one is the inner torch section, and I could do something easy for that. I don't have to put torches in all these random places. I could have these statically be where the torches go, but also I could have it to where you just need to, you know, if you're not familiar with something, right? There we go. Bam. Pull this up here. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, this is facing north, like it goes in that spot, but I guess you can't see what direction this one's facing, right? Because it would be right here. I wonder if I put a wild card in there, but it would always come up fine if I just put a wild card in. This is tough. You know, I got 4 points of data, right? I have the actual torch placement. I have the rune placement, right? I have the sacrificial item as well. That sacrificial item has two separate things, right? It's either going to be from my mod or it's going to be like a stack of firewood or something base game. So that's 4 different types of data that I'm looking for. So how would I go about this, right? Because it's going to say 8 blocks are missing or wrong. 7. See, so it's doing the count. But how does it know, right? Like, I don't think this way is the way to do it. Now, I am curious about something. You know what? For now, I'm going to push this back. We're gonna play with this just a little bit to see what the real restriction even is. So up here, I'm going to comment this out now because we may come right back to it. This part, I'm going to just completely get rid of. There we go. All right, we're going to have to reload, so the JSON updates. Now we're going to put it back down. Now everything else should work. And I'm going to play with wildcard data. Yeah, it's gonna be a little upset here. Continue. Oh, let's see. Item tool, spellcasting, get held info. Now set to an instance of the object. Oh, let me guess what was null here. This CAPI world, player, attributes, get string. There we go. Let's put, you know, I've noticed this. None RM. I've noticed that it seems like whatever happened in the 1.20 update, like 1.20.3 to like 1.20.4, in between there, it seems like a lot of these checks where it was automatically putting in like a null string is suddenly failing. It's failing checks. So something must have happened on the back end. Some super ninja thing, or maybe that's part of the bug that's still having issues that made them go back to release candidate. I don't know. But it's weird. Once I start not having access to like world attributes, that's a problem. That'd be a game problem. that ain't a me problem. Kind of wonder how it's going to be like modding this game in the next like couple years, you know, like will there be like some vast improvements? You know, when is it going to start to feel like Minecraft? You know what I mean? Like for modding, you know, it's like there's a strong chance I can use like a data manager or something, and I know it's going to work. You know, everything syncs up really well. Like there's, you know, it kind of does a lot of, like if I drop an item or I try and remove an item, like I don't have to think about like, oh, do I do it from this or that? It's like the game just sees from the client or the server and it just makes the right decision. You know, like I don't have to tell it specifically do this on the server, because if you do it on the client too, you're gonna mess something up. Like seems like things may talk a little better. Now I just kind of wonder when we are gonna get that. It'd be nice. All right, so this part right here, let's put a mana torch down, and let's put a rustic mana torch down as well. Did I just get rid of my chalk? I just got rid of my chalk. Of course I did. I've been thinking about Minecraft modding. I've been thinking about it. So this is the problem you have here, right? I can program this to where you need one sigil of creation, a single item, But see, since this is 1, it knows about Rustic Mana Torch, not neutral. Those Mana Torches are my favorite, the Rust ones. Or the neutral. Oh, I gotta put light down, not neutral. Might as well put it down too. Here we go. Boom. So it's gonna be red for that one too. There we go. The blue ones, yeah. My original Mana Torches. That was the first one I ever made, and I loved it. So we got that, right? So it doesn't. So let's look at wild cards and see what we can do. See, this is the problem. I can't use a straight up wild card here, because a wild card's going to encompass like everything, right? It's going to be the rustic, the dark, the, you know, at that point it's like I shouldn't tell you, you know, like I don't want you to mix and match things, right? The sigil of creation needs to be light Mana Torches. I don't want neutral. So and the upgrade path, it's like rustic torches are, you know, tier 1. The light Mana Torch is tier 2, and the lantern is tier 3. Rivian, hey! So how do I use the highlight system? Hey, thank you for the follow, Rivian. Rivian. I'm trying to figure out a better system for sigils. And really, this is the big option, the big obstacle here, because through code, I could do this no problem. I can make this do checks, right? It could start with the rustic, and then, you know, I can step through and see what's valid, and then, you know, change the potency accordingly. This highlight system is like the game's brainchild. We'll put those down. So I got to make some decisions to see what I can do with this, and if it would be a better system to maybe reduce all of these, right? Sigil of creation, you have one type. That's it, one type. And then depending on, you know, where you put things in that type, right? Like what you use for like your Mana Torches and stuff, that could dictate what it does. There's magic chalk. Let's try, you know what, I guess we could try a wild card, maybe? Ooh, what if I do something? I don't know how it's pushing this out to an array. Let me try something. Let me try something. So what if I make a duplicate here, make that 3, put light here, right? And then let's come down to, okay, so this is where the torches would be. So what happens if I put this point of data in the array as well? If it's a string array, then these two will be separate. They won't be duplicate keys. Let's reload. Oh wait, did I fireball it in? There we go. Ah, delicious. I'm really hoping I could figure this out. It annoyed me having to make 3 versions of each sigil. Nope, we just get oh, it's incomplete, and it's saying 6 blocks now. Yay! Hooray! This is so good. This is crap. Okay, so see, the problem is I can't tell if it's happy about this, because it seems like it's overlapping things, right? So one of them, you know what? That would make sense. The first pass through, you know, it's just going to show up like this, right? There's no highlight. but it's seeing the second point of data and it's highlighted. So what if I do something where... Ooh, let's go back into here. Scroll down to here. So I get the count, and I get an incomplete count. And then I loop through all the possible parts here. And then I say... I get the complete block count, so I'm going through wrong tiles and incomplete counts. For the incomplete count... Let's see, delicate, block, half block, access location, want location. So this is where I'm basically accumulating the errors. I look for the maximum value, then we loop through that incomplete count. Best index, so highlight system... And then in here's where I'm actually manipulating the data to either highlight incomplete parts or give you and give you the error, right? Or give you something that says, yeah, there are, you know, this is the incomplete or it's complete and this is what you do next. So really it's right in here that I got to really figure out and see how to expand, because this is doing the counts. I just don't think there's a good way to do this, because this is the other problem, right? I'm gonna have to show you what, like, there was someone literally today, this morning, that said that they were mix matching the torches. They're mix matching the torches. Now, I just wanna step through rituals here. And take a quick look, because who knows, maybe I don't put something in here that says all torches have to be the same type. Maybe not. Let's see, a sigil, right? Here we go, sigil, yeah, magic chalk, highlights. There we go. Place blocks, press Q, throw stacks. If it doesn't work, check the pattern. Check the reagent drop. Maybe I need to put a sentence in here that says, although you come over here and I tell you, right, your ritual of creation. Creation 1, 2, 3, and I tell you what the blocks are. And I tell you orange goes to this, right? So maybe I'm assuming too much, I don't know. But I think it's going to be more confusing for people, because if this comes up true and that comes up true, I'm going to have to do another check to see, wait a minute, what's every point here? Are they all the same type of block? I think the highlight system may be showing you a little too much when it comes to the torches. I think it may be a little too much. So let's get rid of this. I don't think we need it. I can actually just undo a lot of this here. Here we go. There we go. We'll go back to this. Do I need to put the torches down here? Like it, and I guess this is the thing. At what point do I, like, what should I be showing you in the world here? Should I be showing you the rune locations only? So I could say 8 rune placements are wrong or incorrect. And then with a ritual, maybe you have to like crack open your book, right? Because if I'm working on this ritual, block placement, here's the ritual, right? Rustic mana torch, orange. Yup, it looks like that's the center. Bam, 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 bam. Right? At what point do I... And you can open it right back up now, right? That wasn't a feature before when I was making this highlight system. You had to, like, scroll back through. So at what point do I have to tell you in here, right? And not here? Same thing with this, right? This one should work now. Right? So here... right here. So it's upset about this block. And that's blue, right? So that tells me, right? These runes would be here. But that blue, that's the specialty block. I guess this would be the other problem is this system is now like directionally aware. So if I'm facing to the east, this is north, right? Because it's from like the angle that I placed it down, right? If I go over here, the blue block is there. So it may get a little more confusing, especially for symbols like the creation where it looks like this. So, I mean, how do I handle things like that? Let's take a look at the rituals and see what kind of overlap there would even be. So, the creation, destruction, and balance rituals, they don't have anything else. It's pretty symmetric. The world essence, this is the first one, right? It takes one type of mana torch, that's no problem. But that blue block is supposed to be enchanted stone, ornate enchanted stone. I even put a link in here, so if people don't know, like, I don't know how to get that, that's how you get that, right? Tells you a little bit about it. How do I get that block? Let me click it. There we go. We chisel it into polished first. All right, so I give you stuff already. I think I gotta take kitty gloves off a little bit here. That way I can get better functionality overall. Maybe what it comes down to. Yeah. All right, let's keep going, right? This one's going to be unique too, because now the inner torches, right? It takes 1, 2, or 3. But this is going to be a problem because that blue block can change, right? Because that can either be the enchanted stone, the chiseled enchanted stone, a rune stone, or the advanced rune stone. Right? So doing wildcard stuff, I can't really put a highlight to this. I just can't put a highlight to that. So really, it would come down to this system. It would probably be best to make it for just the pattern where you put the chalk down. Right? So I can kind of tell you what's right, what's wrong. There we go. Let's put this one down. There we go. What do we think? What do we think about that? Should that pattern just be for chalk placement? And then you have to make sure that you put down... let's see. Right, be just for chalk placement. You would have to like look at the book if you're unfamiliar with the fact that the torches are literally in almost every one of these. The torches are in the same place there. This one's a unique looking ritual, right? I think there's like a couple. Yeah, you know, the ritual of warding. I would say, you know what I mean? Like I would say instead of having 1, 2, and 3, ban, bitch. You know, instead of having like 1, 2, and 3, like wouldn't it be more convenient to have one type of sigil that could just check for this stuff? Like, I don't know. I guess it is nice the way it is now because there are less questions. Because really with this, right, like the the person that had the issue with mix matching torches, they saw this. You know what I mean? Like this is something you see. This is something you definitely see. You would see like, oh, this one's right, this one's missing, right? It takes a rustic mana torch. And then I got these two. If I have any questions, let me open up the book, right? And I'll just do that. All right, page 1. Yeah, this is the tier 1, so it's rustic mana torch in the orange slots, right? So orange right there. How do I get it? You know what I mean? Like it. Am I overthinking this? Kind of feel like I am overthinking this a little bit. Maybe they do stay separate for now. There's not really a good way to do this. I'm just gonna put a comment here. Not in use. Boom, 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 boom. I think I'm overthinking the sigil. We're gonna reload. I'm overthinking it. I think it's the best version of what I could cobble together with what I have available. I think that's what this is. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Alright, now we are gonna do another test. Let's grab a bunch of rift blooms. Is it in this world? I don't think I have. No, I think it's in my other world. I don't know either. Feels like playtesting would find the better answer for this. I would personally just have it tell people what is missing without telling where, just as a list. I've tried that with the in the old version of the mod, because remember I had the ritual altar. I did try it there, confused the hell out of people. I don't know where to go. It's like, I had a picture, I took screenshots, I gave you a grid, you know, like it was more challenging, I feel, than it should have been. And then when people get frustrated, right, they throw their frustrations onto me. So it's like, and that's why I came up with this version of it. I'm like, all right, get a cheap static sigil in the middle, and what that thing is responsible for is highlighting what's missing. You know, just like showing you what is missing. I don't know. I also hate the fact that it's not optimized. Here, let's put on another song here. This will help us think. It's tough, Lion. It's tough. Because everyone's going to prefer something different, right? Some people like the fact that, you know what, it's separate. I put this sigil down, but there are other people that I, you know, a couple times have come through and they're like, I can't do this. And they're using like the tier 3 sigil, you know? Time to make a YouTube channel simply for tutorials for your own mod. Now, you know, it's funny because I could say I don't get paid enough for that. I don't get paid at all for this. Like, I don't. That's more effort. I'd rather have fun. I want to make YouTube videos. I'm not good at it. Besides, as soon as I tap into that, then it's going to be like, why don't you make a modding tutorial series video? It's like, oh yeah, let me get that done in a day. Hold on, let me stand up. We must reach deep for this one. Yeah, I don't know. But that's the other thing though, Lion, right? It's like, okay, I make YouTube videos. Is that really going to help people? People can't, you know, if someone can't in-game do this, right? Oh, well, I can't show you, right? But look at the book and look to see, yep, this is the information, and comprehend it with a picture. Is a video going to do it? You know, do they have the attention span for a 5-minute video? I don't know. All right. I make a lot of assumptions that end up smacking me in the face because it wastes time. What is this bear doing? Chatting. Yeah, it didn't feel good, did it? Run in fear. don't even know what version of the spell I'm hitting him with. Yeah. So I'm doing 18 points of damage per hit. Nice. Blink. Alright. Enough having fun. I get to have fun when everything works and people aren't coming. Oh, that was another thing, right? So people say throwing a wand. Can't always see it. And that's true. So what changed with the damn wand? Why is the wand doing this now? Let me guess. Did 1.20.4 change another goddamn thing? Is that it? Something else changed behind the scenes? When it works in one revision and not the other, and nothing changes. Alright, what is this stupid wand? Lesser Reap. R.I.P. Alright, Lesser Reap. Let's grab a couple of these. Disgruntled. That's fine. .tf edit. Damn it. I hate when the game does shadow things. Let's make it big. Where is it? It's right there. It's right there. No, that's in my hand. Oh, that because I'm changing to my hand. Wait. Ground. I already made it so huge. It's as big as it goes. So did something change with the positioning of this? Let's see. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. It's not always the game. Maybe it is me. I'm not infallible. I make mistakes, especially when I'm shotgunning like 2 or 3. Some people complain that the on-floor offset for stuff for a few blocks is messed up now. Of course. Does anything else also disappear? Scrolls, books, or just wands? Well, let's see here. Let's I don't want to close and apply. You know what? I guess I'm just gonna have to go through one at a time and redo things again. Man, I feel like I'm right back in Forge. Let's pull this up here. Because I'm just curious, I'm complaining. So Minecraft's on 1.20.4, huh? Yeah, look at that. We got 4 days ago. We got a recommended build for it. Okay. Let's take a look at the change log here. Look at that change log. Beefy. I remember their capabilities system. I don't know. What new features did 1.21.4? What are the new features there? I could be convinced. I mean, hell, if I'm going over potholes here. Let me get a few more wands. Let me pull out a staff, I guess, if I have to do this crap. I guess I gotta throw the scroll out, right? Spot check a scroll, spot check a staff. I guess the bracelet here, we'll spot check that. That's fine. Nope, staff is fucked up. Wand is fucked up. This staff, probably the same. What about this? No, that one's fine. The book is fine. What about this? Scroll is fine. So the staves and the wands here, okay. Let's see here. Let's pull out some basic ingredients here. I think someone complained about doing transmutation, right? Rusty dust and shifting fibers were a no-go. Let's try. Look at that. Hey, Vice, why don't you do release candidate stuff? It's because I don't like doing work 20 times. My eye's starting to twitch. I'm so... you know, it's a little thing, right? But it's like the accumulation of these little things that's starting to piss me off. So let's fix it again. Why not? I can fix it again. Make sure it's like on the ground. Yeah, it's like a hair above the ground. So I bet if I do like a 3.5, no, it'd have to be like 3.9. There, that looks like it is like just on the ground. So in the translate, I got to put 0.39 in there because, you know, something screwed up. Cool. It's awesome. So good. So good. 5 stars. Would eat again. Diarrhea they gave me was pleasant. It was refreshing. That's how I feel. Where's this damn wand? There's a damn wand. Let's see, what else would have screwed up here? It's a stupid ground, stupid transform, stupid, 3.9. There we go. There, that would fix that. You know, I'm just gonna guesstimate and say that the staves are the same, gonna have the same issue. I'm gonna guess. Where's my staff? Ground. Oh, the ground already had an offset. Can you guys can you make the fucking game? Can you like stop? Can you just stop changing this stuff? You know, I'd be less mad if we fixed some of the registry names to like what they really are. Like I would be okay with having to fix that. Tiny amount of floating, I think, still, but nothing people will care about. Yeah, maybe. You know, at this point, if I have to put in decimal places to like, you know, 2 decimal spaces out, but who knows? Who knows in the next update, right? Like, I gotta put everything back too. Cool. This is so good. This is so much fun. I could be working on the minion system or bosses now. But no. No. You can't have fun modding. Modding's for winners. Damn it, what staff did I just throw down? I need to get another version of it. I need 2 of the same so I can edit them. Fucking TF edit. Jeez, I feel so spicy right now. That's how I feel. I feel spicy. There we go. Oh, let's get it out of the damn ground. Is it really the same here? Is this gonna be a 3.9? Fucking ground transform. You know what? It's close enough because it's just gonna get screwed up in the next update anyways. Let's see. Yeah, so I think that's the GUI transform. Interesting. So do I have something else in here for a ground transform? This is the only one. Tool spell casting. .tf edit. Yeah, no need to make things perfect when they're still changing. Fucking always changing, it seems. It's always changing. Why so unhappy? It's because it's like being the maid and like getting your house in order, and you're like, now I can actually do something that I want to do. And then you come back and then more things are broken, more things aren't working. You're like, I didn't touch that. Like, I didn't touch that. Kind of hard to be creative and happy. Because I would like to be, I want to be working on the bosses right now. I want to put the wyvern in, and I want to make a new pet, a new little non-combat pet. I want to do that stuff. I want to do that stuff for days. But I've been fixing things, and you know what? Right after this is about the good time for a combat overhaul to come out with an update that screws something up, or you know what I mean? It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. So I'm just gonna change that here. We're gonna fireball it in. I'm gonna reload. Too bad you must die now. And I don't have, you know, and the other thing is I don't have like a lot of time sometimes to live stream. Like right now, I may have to go in like 10-15 minutes. I have no idea. Maybe I can eke out another hour or another half hour beyond that. Oh. There we go. Stream dying? Could be, just like my soul. No, I don't see anything wrong with the stream. Looks good to me. So it looks like that didn't do it. TF edit. Does this ground transform not work? Is this a problem? So we got attributes by type. So up here, starting at the top, scrolling down, there we go. You know, we don't need to see the shapes or the textures. We got durability. There's ground transform. Right? That looks good. Rotation, that. You got the third person hand transform, a third person offhand transform, and that's it. So this is literally this right here, right here. Copy Jason. Looks like nothing changed. Save fireball. Who knows? Maybe I had a typo in there. All right, let's reload. Seems fine, yeah. Yeah. You know, it could have been more embarrassing, right? We could have had a full release trailer for a release that went back into release candidate state instead of having a full release trailer for something that's in release candidate state. Do you see this? Do you see this right here? Do you see this? It's still there. I put the values in and it doesn't work. What can I do? Literally, I copy and pasted from their in-tool editor. This is the float. What do I do? I do fucking 7-9. What about that? Does it grace us with its presence of coming out of the ground? Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. May the sun always be at your backs. Oh, I didn't do it. Oh, look at, hey, there it is. Oh, it's tucked away right there. It's pretty. Look at that. It just wants to live underground no matter what freaking value you put for the translation. It just wants to live. It just wants to have its best mole life. Oh, it sees it at 0 right now. Methinks something is wrong. 3, 9. Look at that. Yeah, so something's fucked up with the game. Something's messed up. Translation. This is no brain science here, right? Fucking I'm just gonna put it like this. Maybe we'll get 1.20.5 release candidate status again, and maybe the translation will work on ground transform. That's all I could do is hope. That's all. Because what it was before was not helping. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there is something that could be done. There could be something weird. Here, let me go into my mods folder, because I'm trying to see what these incompatibilities are. Let me just wipe out the mod folder, right? Let's wipe it out. Let's go ahead and quit. Pruned everything out just in case something's still loading partially or some weird bug. Never know. Let's double check. Yeah, it's just alone with it. Here we go. Let's hop back in. I could be looking at the dimension system right now. I could be putting in a new staff transmog. I could be working on the Necromancer armor set. I'd be working on shaders. Oh, look at it. Hey, it just moved. Look at that. That's cute. Look at it. It just wants to live in the ground. No matter what you do. Aww. Look at that. Aww. Let's look at the little shifting fibers next. TF edit. .39. Is this gonna do it? Close and apply. Oops. Nope. 3.9 doesn't do it, because it makes it float in the air. Such a good game. So good. .16. How does this make any sense? The actual 0.16. This is the thing. Do I bother putting this stuff in? Is this something that's just a big bug that they are working on without saying anything to anyone? Like, right? Like, am I trying to put in these numbers and finding? Should I not bother doing this? Because it's weird, right? It's weird that it's off by these exact decimal points. When in the items, they are all on the same plane in the editor. They all start from right at 0, right at the ground, and I build up from there. All the staves are on the ground, all the wands are on the ground. Everything that I do is on the ground. That includes the scrolls. The scrolls are on the same ground. The scrolls are fine. These other items are not. I think I'm not going to screw with it, because I'm going to have to do it twice. It doesn't make sense. Like, the math does not make sense. Where's the other thing I was just editing? Was it just these two things? Yeah, because I haven't done anything to these shifting fibers, right? I have to assume the ground transform would have to be 0. That would have to be the assumption. So that some kind of math must have messed up in the background here. Had to have. Reload. I'm not fixing it. Let's see, is there anything else? I don't know, does anyone else have any bug reports or anything? Any errors coming up? Now's the time to fix them. I don't have time to jump into something new. Let's see, let's troll around here. Mods, issue tracker. We got anything? No issues in the old issue tracker. Okay. Let's look at any comments. Nope. No comments there. I don't see anything. I don't see anything besides, you know, what I've tried to work on just now, and that we can all clearly see that even editing to what it thinks it needs, it's not using any of that information. So for now, your stabs are going to be, for some reason, 0.39 too low. Wish I had something to give you to do. Oh, see, yeah. You wish that you could find more problems for me to fix? Is that what I'm hearing, Oder? You wish more malice upon my happy place? Let's see. All right. What can I do? What can I do that's fast? Can't really make any spells because that's going to take time. I don't think anyone's complained recently about a spell not working. I could do something. Let's make it nighttime. All right, where is it? There we go. The Devouring Void. I think it would be cool to have the Devouring Void, to have it like suck in a creature slowly. Right, so a creature would get like in view, right, or close enough, and instead of teleporting it and then letting it just like walk away and like eating it like that, having it to where it slowly drags the thing up in the air to the center and then starts hitting it there and ticking away. And that way, when the creature does get removed, when it dies, it looks like it gets sucked into the void, and then it can find the next creature around it. And then it would start to drag them in. And then it would hit, suck out all the life, right? So it could do something like that. What are we thinking about that? Is it too ambitious? It's great, Vice. All right. Got a corpse explosion spell? Let's see here. Let us see. You know what? Panda Bear. Let me just This thing tries to eat my biscuits all the time. Don't feel bad for it. This is the best thing that could happen to it. There we go. There we go. Oh, no target. I'm not sure where this thing's hitbox is. Here, let me get closer to it. There we go. Boom. Little chunks of the bear. Maybe Wake the Dead. What's Wake the Dead do again? It's a very EQ spell. I don't remember what it does exactly, though. There we go. Mmm, smells like barbecue. Nice bear chops. Maybe a little bear flank. Alright, I'm gonna close this out, close that out. Summons a version of the mob from a corpse to fight for you. Nope. Not doing that's the minion system, Oder. I don't get to work on anything like that until things are more stable. But yeah, we do have corpse explosion. We do. I think I need to do something. That corpse explosion spell. I'm gonna pull a couple of them out. There we go. We'll pull out 4 of them for now. And we are going to get our admin sword back. And we are going to... we'll pull out a wolf. So I think I need to revisit the corpse, the pick range for this stuff. So let's go back into item. Where is it? Item tool wand and item tool spell casting. So this is the pick range initially. Which would be right in here for the player world data info. And then in here, I set the default pick range. Let's cut this out. Paste. I think I want to move that up a little bit more. And on interact stop. Let's see, mark dirty, damage the item. Mark dirty. There we go. Hit up the default pick range. I think after the spell, let's move this. Let's move this to the bottom. And let's play around with this a little bit. Oh, this is going to be the staff. You know what? Let's just get the corpse explosion. Here, we'll do a corpse explosion 1 because it costs less mana. There we go. What book am I going to get rid of? Let's throw the guidebook out. You know what? Fireball 3. Whoops. Oh, I didn't put a book in. I'm like, wait, why is it saying none? There we go. There we go. Corpse explosion. So my pick range is definitely higher. Yeah, see, this is the bug here. Where you could, like, left click and it doesn't, like, you left and right click at the same time and it, like, locks it up. So why don't I do something here? I'm gonna have to try to prevent you from doing that. You know what? It would be interesting to... I think I may have a solution to this. But to figure this out, let's look at item. There's something that's like on start. Okay, so it's not in here. Not that I can blame you for it. I would. On start. Would it be on start? There's certain things for the items here. Because I'm pretty sure there is a... maybe it wouldn't be registry object. I think it'd be in here. I think there's something like between interacting, start interaction, and then there's something else where it's like attack. On held, right ready animation. Held, right, third person animation. Maybe it is something with held. You must die now. So that's the hit animations here. On held, ready animation. It's not going to be anything to do with animations. On held, render, render, render. On held, idle. Here, okay. On held, action, animation start. So it's not that. Oh, my phone just buzzed. When my phone buzz. Wintry mix likely starting soon. You shut your dirty mouth. Wintry mix is starting. General begin use of override on held attack start or on held interact start to alter the behavior. On held use start. See, it's not the use start that I want. It would be, you know, it may be actually the use start that I want. Whether or not to do any subsequent actions. Oh, that's only for the not handled stuff. Okay. On held use handled. On held interact start. So when you left mouse click, right? So left mouse click. Let's use this. I am gonna claw out your eyes and drown you to death. There we go. Override. So I don't need anything special here. What I do need to do is say base, whoops. Base dot on held attack start. We're gonna put in slot by entity lock select. I'm just gonna put it all in. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna want it to run everything that it currently runs, right? Oh, that handling needs to be a reference ref. There we go. Before it does anything, bam. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a player check. Man, I love my air fryer. What'd you make? I haven't used my air fryer in a little bit. Been a couple weeks. How you doing, Manaway? Manaway. There you go. Let's try this. Let's see if this fixes that dirty little problem. Go ahead and stop. Just stop what you're doing. Oh, man, I'm going to have to get the setup again. I got to start, like, gracefully shutting down. What time is it? It's 11:13. I think I got maybe like 10 more minutes of streaming in me. Mozzarella sticks, nice. I like those like chicken with the breading, and then it's like stuffed with like broccoli and cheddar, or you know, the cordon bleus, like the little stuffed chicken stuff. I usually cook those in the air fryer. Come out really good. Heyo. Yep, nothing saved. Awesome. So good. I did this one to myself. Did it all to myself. We got the Nebula staff. Let's pull up Corpse Explosion. Explosion. All right, let's remove that. Pop that in. So that did not work. Ooh, those sound good. I need to get my hands on a sauce for Gordon Bleu. Too lazy to make it myself. I kind of want some now. Maybe that's what I'm gonna have for lunch. Maybe. You know what? I don't think I want on-held attack start. I think I want this one, the step. I think I want the step. I'm going to comment that out, right? We're going to just put this in instead. Which also means this changes, right? Because it's going to be seconds past. Second pass slot by entity. Instead of block cell, it's block selection. And then the entity selection. Who cares about the handling? And this would be, instead of start, it's step. Now there's going to be a couple more things that I need to do. I have to shut this stuff off. So right in here, shut off the attributes, shut off the animations. Oh, I gotta stop again. Damn it, I did it again. I did it again. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to get that book back out, put it back in the sanctum. This is crap. Alright, so override bool. Oh, it's gotta return a bool. So let's return true. Oh my god, lol, not sauce, source. My brain just did an auto carrot. Auto carrot, huh? Yeah, it's funny. I sit there like when I'm talking on Discord and stuff, you could tell when I'm on my phone because it's like autocorrect. It's almost like autocorrect has become like dumber as the revisions have come out. Because it's like it's not filling in the words right. Like if I'm trying to put in that and I put in like zat or so, you know, something like that, right? Or THATT, It's like autocorrect is putting in stuff. Like it actually autocorrects with incorrect words, and it's like, do you want me to remove this from the dictionary? I'm like, could you fucking please remove it from the dictionary? Like, how many more times? So it's like every update you have incorrect things that are put into you, and I'm looking, I'm like, that shouldn't be in my I didn't approve that. Do you not know how to spell that? I do. I put it in originally, and then you changed it on me. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. Corpse explosion. There we go. I will gracefully shut down this time. I swear. I will try my best to remember. No. Didn't do it. It didn't do it. Why? Why did it not do it? I wonder if it is continuing. Maybe. I have an idea. It's just an idea. Where's my pick range? It's right here, right? All right, let me put this in. And what if I set the pick range in here? That way it does it once. Let's give this a try. Yeah, see, it artificially set your pick range that high, huh? Slang language is a vocabulary killer. It really is. Like, how about you just get the goddamn slang language out? Like, let the people who want to speak like that add it to their dictionary. It's like, I'll put in start and it brings in like tart, and I'm like, it was right before. Like, if you're gonna eavesdrop on what I'm typing, why don't you look at the couple words that are like before it, and then maybe use a little of that AI that everyone brags about to fix it right. Maybe, you know, it's a little bit. Bum 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 bum. Right, so I reset the default pick range there. I wonder if... I wonder if attack is not the right thing. Hold on. I'm suspicious of this. I'm very suspicious. Is this even running? Is attack when I'm actually attacking something and doing damage? There, I'll say attack. That is not considered attacking. Very interesting, eh? Very interesting indeed. Let's scroll up a little bit. Maybe I need to do an on-held use. But I only got two enums here. All right, it's going to be this interact. First event, true on first mouse down, whether or not to do any subsequent actions. Okay, yeah, that's just the handling. I don't care about that. Begins general use access. Override that or that to alter the behavior. Let's go a little further down. Maybe there's something else here. Yeah, whether or not the player has begun using this item for attacking. Returns true to play a custom action. Return true to play a custom action. I am returning true. Although that is for start. That's for this. Oh, I almost just did it. Hold on, save and quit. Let's break it down here. This would not have a return true. This would have a, this is a void, right? So we don't return anything here. This would return a handling state, right? Handling equals enum handling uses the engine. Maybe prevent default. Do not play any first person attack animation. Do not break blocks in range or damage entities in range. I think I want prevent default. Let's try this. When you do corpse explosion, it should summon a giant ethereal green skull over the corpse that spins and blinks faster until it explodes. All right, Oder, make it. Please make it. I want it on my desk by the morning. That's your report to do. Bow or just broken? See, the thing is, I'm trying to be clever with my pick range. Because I want you to see what you are targeting. And then I embed that in the spell for the range. But there's something you can do where you're casting your spell and then you right click. Oh, looks like that did it. But you were able to like channel and then right click fast like that. And then it kept your pick range and it kept you casting. So then you could have like from 45 blocks away, open a chest or attack something, or you know, like there are all these things that you could do. That's it. That was it. Fixed it. Booyah. We just had to wiggle it a little bit. I'm going to put a note with this as to why. This fixes the channeling spellcasting system. All right, I'll say spellcasting bug that allowed you to left click while channeling to keep the farther pick range. There we go. So let's get rid of that. Close all that down. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to copy this because this needs to be put into wand. There you go, in the same place. That way it cannot also not break anything. I also need to put this into the spell scrolls. Boom, ba-doom, boom. Spell scroll. Boop, boop, boo, doo, boo. There we go. Now I have to come back over here. We need to look for picking range. Anything that is picking range. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Picking range. We're going to start from the top. Okay, so for the picking range, I actually set it right in here now. So right here, I do it, but I don't want that version of picking range. I want this version of picking range. Copy. There we go. Paste that in. So it does it once on start. So I have that commented out. Now in here on cancel, I did shift that around a little bit. Right, so on cancel, I actually move this up here to be one of the first things that it shuts off to make sure we get that done. Then the next thing for picking range is here, which would be after stop. So that, yeah, that looks good. So it's right after the main spell logic. I have the pick range. I kill off a couple of those bulls. I then go into server, damage the item, mark slot dirty. Just like that. There we go. We'll clean that up a little bit. So that's the spell scroll. It should be good. I just did the food juggle. Pizza in the oven, lasagna in the microwave, and mozzarella sticks in the air fryer. Man, you are eating like royalty. I want some of this food. It's not fair. Lasagna too. Lasagna is like a guilty pleasure of mine. I love lasagna. It's so good. Okay, so I am going to need to, in here in the wand, we need to again search for pick range. And this is our first pick range here. So I do want to trigger the pick range here right before we do anything with the spell dictionary on cast start. I like cooking, so I like to make homemade lasagna. If I'm feeling really ready to cook, I'll make the sauce and the noodles from scratch. It's rare that I do that, though. Making noodles is a pain in the butt. It's rough. Takes a lot of time. Or it takes me a lot of time. I remember talking with someone who's, you know, better at cooking. Like, no, it takes like no time at all. I'm like, well, you know, combining everything, letting it rest, you know, rolling it out, making sure you're keeping the right consistency of moisture, right? Too little moisture, it's brittle. Too much and it sticks. Takes a lot of time. It's like rolling it out, rolling. I mean, it cooks in like 30 seconds, but... Okay, for this, for the wand, I'm going to format it the same way down here. We shut off the pick range after... Let me scroll down. because I want this to be the same for everything, right? So pick range gets shut down, we shut off your attributes, and then we damage the item accordingly and mark it dirty. I should buy an air fryer. I like my air fryer. I like my new one. I had an old one. It sounded good because it had this like rotating paddle in it. Which, if you don't know much about air fryers, right? It's like, oh yeah, it could mix up my fries. It sucked. Like most of the time I just had it without the paddle because I'm like, can I just have an air fryer? My new one, my current air fryer, so much better. So I feel like it's the first true air fryer that I had. The other one was a wannabe. Okay. Yep, can't break anything. Let's see if I can interact with this. Can't interact with that. What about this chest? That's about as fast as I can do it. Can't break it. Wand. Same stuff. Wait a minute. It needs to be a wand with a extended range. The Reap spell, it does have a 10 block range. There we go. Yep, that's fixed. Brand model. I can get that to you, Oder. I can get it to you. I'll get it. I'll get it to after stream. I'll send you a message. It is awesome. I love it. I love my air fryer. Let's get. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. You know, it's one of those things where it's like I look, you know, I could have told you that. Yeah, look at that. Can't break it anymore. But now you can actually see, right, where your projectile is going to go and what you're targeting. But it's one of those things, right? When I first got it, yeah, it was fresh in my mind. But since then, it's just become part of, you know, just another chef in the kitchen, right? Never made noodles from scratch, but I did make some pretty good ramen once. Yeah, noodles from scratch. I like to make the version of the noodles that uses the egg yolks. I just think it has like a better, more like full-bodied noodle flavor. It's really good to get like basil and like kind of ground it up and like put it right in your dough and let it set. Garlic as well. The linguine noodle is the easiest one for me to make, just because, you know, it's easier to deal with like the thicker strips as you're like rolling it out. And of course sheets would probably be best, right? But it's pretty good. It smells incredible making it, and fresh noodles, like literally 30 seconds boiling water, you dip it in, you got to take it right back out because it's cooked. It's not like you know, the pasta we're used to in boxes where it's all dried out and you got to spend like boiling for 10 minutes to loosen it up. It's good. I tried one time to put chicken bouillon in it directly in the noodle. I'm like, this is gonna come out great. It basically made a broth out of my boiling water. Like all the bouillon just left the noodle. There was like maybe like a little hint of a taste, but for how much bouillon I wasted, it was, you know, it's fun trying out that kind of stuff. I'm really good at soups. I wish I was better at soups and stews. Stew is like my favorite thing to eat on like a cold day. And it's so rare that I actually get to eat stew. Yeah, look at that. This is great. Yeah, see, I can do it from here, right? But as soon as I'm outside of the pick range, Boom. Oh man, Bill's gonna be upset. Stop breaking my shit. Chef Vice out there. I really do like cooking. Actually, I got some burger meat. I think I want to make jerky. My jerky is really popular. Like every once in a while, like I'll make it and can bring it into work, and like the people just freaking eat it on me. It's, you know, and it's funny because it's like, yeah, this was that was 3 pounds of burger meat, and you guys just like ate all of my. It took hours and hours and hours to dehydrate all that, right? Like, and I chef vice it a little bit. Like I'll make like a teriyaki flavor, and it's really like, what do I want my jerky to be like, right? Let's put a little more onion on there, some cracked pepper, touch of molasses, a little bit of liquid smoke, right, to get like a nice kind of, start to get that hickory kind of smoked profile going on. Maybe pop some celery seeds in there. It actually tastes really good that way. But I should do that at some point. The 6-hour lava egg and everything. Ooh. I'm getting hungry. It's just about lunchtime. So, I mean, I was kind of productive. I fixed this bug, so we got our, you know, you got your range back to see what you are actually going to hit with your spell. So now, if we do old corpse explosion, look at these craters. I just lobbed that one. Boop, boop. All right, wolf. Here, wolfie, wolfie. All right, I'm gonna be smart with this. I'm just gonna kill the one. See, now you're far away. I can see what the corpse is that what I'm targeting here. So obviously, corpse explosion. This thing's alive. Bam, failed. But if I target this one here, which clearly says it was killed by me. And there we go. And it looks like it did a lot of damage here. So we can do... I think Revive is one of my favorite spells. It's freaking out, man. What the fuck was that? Oh man, all right. There, we'll pop a regeneration on him. Yeah, feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, what else am I gonna do here? I think that's about it. We learned a couple things. We learned that there are some gremlins still in the game itself. Things that I just can't fix. You know, sorry guys. Can't, like literally when I'm putting in, you know, a different translation and it's not reading it and it's just setting it back at 0. That's something with the base game that's screwing up. Can't do anything about it. We fixed the pick range thing, so we at least got that back. I'm really happy about that. I thought that was cool to see, like, because, you know, it's one thing to be like, yeah, you have a 25 block range. It's another thing to be like, well, that's 25, or is that 25, or is this, right? You have no idea. See, like, that's 20, that's definitely 25 blocks away. No, it isn't, right? Nothing's selected. So, there we go. Now I'm starting to select things again. All right, right there, right? You know, like that's the extent of the range, and that block is just a block too far, right? So it's really important to have that kind of stuff. I don't know if anyone has any other ideas for spells and stuff. You know, let me know. The recent addition was the prize spell. Let's find someone to raid. I'm kind of out of ideas. Like all the other things are big things that I want to do. Like, you know, the minion, the boss is the next thing I want to do. I want to work on the ritual of summoning. I want to get the first boss in, and then I want to start converting it to where you need to You need an item that drops off of that boss to level up to tier 2. And by doing that, I can move away from this whole system I have now where tier 1 is copper, tier 2 is iron, tier 3 is steel, right? And decouple from that a little bit. And I could have just one resonator, right? Like there doesn't need to be 3 anymore. There could just be one resonator to like rule it all. And that's actually part of the whole idea that I have to redo a lot of this stuff too. You know, like everything has like tier 1, 2, and 3 variants of it. I don't need to do that necessarily. You know, like all this essence ash, right? Why can't it be just regular essence ash? And then the amount you need just increases. Why am I making a whole new item that you have to burn? You know, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I can just make one version of this. Done. You know, rustic compounds, right? A rustic compound, a glimmering compound, and a seer's compound. Why not just rustic compounds? And then instead of using 1 or 2, maybe a tier 2 spell uses like 4 of them. You know, like for whatever the item is. It's basically the same thing. I'm just creating a new item it converts to, and then you use that item. Why not just keep it rustic compounds? I hear Vice Cooking mod is releasing soon. Is this true? You know, Oder, you'll get an alchemy mod from me before you get a cooking mod from me. You get an alchemy mod from me before that. I actually have. I was so on board with the idea of an alchemy mod. I actually created a I was gonna call it Rustbound Alchemy. I defined terms and everything in it. I specified the gameplay loops and how you get materials, the appraisal skill, and you know, secondary gameplay loop of like brewing potions, what each thing will kind of do. There, and that's my scratch page down there. But I got a lot of stuff, how the calculations would be, brewing process. I got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So it's there. I could live with alchemy. Whoever tried the alchemy mod, it's pretty cool. Yes, I have. I would want to take it a step further though. I like some of the ideas are each reagent would have like 3 or 4 different effects that you could distill, right? So if you have a carrot, let's say, or an onion, right, whatever the item is, it could have like minor health regen, maybe better sight, you know, run speed, and then you can distill from the raw ingredient, because you wouldn't know that stuff up front. That would be part of the research part of it. You'd be able to eat the item, right, or consume the item to get whatever the effect is, and then you would get like the one freebie effect, and you'd be like, yeah, you know, I ate a toadstool and it does health damage, right? Something like that. So you can start distilling from it and then research, you know, your ingredients. You know, like I have all these little ideas, and then you'd be able to take and it wouldn't just be a potion that just heals, right? You'd be able to pick and choose. You know, like, I want some run speed here, I want better eyesight, I want minor health regen, and I take those ingredients and put them all in the potion, and now that potion does all that stuff. Why not do it? Because I don't have time. That's why. That's why it's sitting as a text document right now. Because I'm, you know, I got the magic mod, the machines mod, still I need to push out the update for that. Oh, we could have worked on that. We could have worked on that. The machine mod is pretty much good to go. I need to do a couple more models. It's just going to be for flying machines for the initial release to get things back up and running, but that's pretty much done. Maybe I should focus on that. All this talk about food. Gotta go make breakfast. It's lunch for me. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Who is playing Vintage Story? I have seen a cool way with that. The one I saw was with 3 different smells, and you had to add ingredients with the same smells to get a potion of that certain smell. It was really nice to find out what smells were which effects and all that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. I opened up Twitch. Right on the first page, there's some like anime thing with like it's got like a raw egg on her head. I don't understand. I don't understand. I've never understood society. Are you a competitive modder? What do you mean by that? Am I competitive? Like, do I race people to mod? Who? Oh, we got Per Cuss playing.
Oh no.
Oh, shh. I was looking to see what he was doing. That's all. Let's take a look at Vintage Story. Or are you open to collaborating with other modders? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There are pros and cons to each. Like, I like programming. I hate doing models. I hate doing animations. I hate doing textures. I would rather just live in code, which would be nice. Honestly, I hate JSON and patching too. I just want to do actual coding and making new stuff. Now, with my magic mod, I'm the only one working on it, so yeah, I have to do all that stuff that I don't like to do, like shaders, you know, like I don't like shaders. But it's really nice to be able to like hop on now and be able to change whatever the hell I want without having to go through a subcommittee. You know, that's the bonus to doing everything by yourself. Because if I was with a couple other people, right, you have to probably have a meeting and talk about it and be like, hey, I want to add this item. You know, I envision it being this, and then you end up compromising, right? Because the other person wants that weapon to have a reverse blade, and you don't want it to because it's not your initial thing. And before you know it, you're both walking away with being like, well, I guess it's okay, right? And they got to make the model for it. What if you don't like the model, right? What if it's like, that's not really what I had in mind because power was going to come from the tip. You were going to use that to shoot. And then they decided, you know what? No, it's going to be a curved, you know, and it's like, well, I don't know how to put the particle point off center in comparison to the yaw and pitch of the player at the time. That's why I wanted the tip to be there, right? You know, then, and it's all this back and forth when I could have just went in, threw things together in like a day instead of taking a week, right? So that's the thing. Can I approach you about something after stream? You can, but just don't get your hopes up. That's all I'll say. Because I don't do the whole like commission thing. That's another thing. People come, like I get a lot of messages from people being like, I need rent, you know, can I make you a texture or something? I'm like, no. There's no. I need to make rent too. I'm a 3D artist and I do animations. Yeah. I'm not interested in buying anything or doing anything like that. So, just so you know, not interested. See, that's the other part. I'm cheap. So, if I can save money making a texture myself, like I don't think the things that I make are necessarily bad looking. You know, like it's not necessarily bad. It just takes me a long time. Like these books, right? I had a certain thing in mind, and I made these grimoires the way I wanted to. I think they came out pretty good. I think a lot of these things came out pretty good. It just takes me a while, and I don't like doing it. But, you know, it's just like brushing your teeth and wiping your ass, right? It's things you have to do sometimes. You know, like making the models and stuff. Like, it's, you know, stabs and stuff. It's not bad. I got Verlia making some awesome things, too. She is like ungodly good when it comes to like modeling. I don't have that skill. I will outright say I am I can't compete. Who should we raid? Who should we raid? I love seeing all the new people. There was a time when it's like, oh, you got two choices. You got one of two choices. Let's see. Stupid and everything hates me. See, I don't get... does this work? Like, and people who may know streaming more, like, stupid and everything hates me. 10,000 min ads for bad chatters. It's like, does that work? Is that how you get more views? Do I need to start bullying people watching me? Like, Jesus Christ. Let's find someone else. Find someone else to raid here. Hold on. We got a dude over here. We got someone here. That person looks like they're mining. I don't know. Anyone got anything? Anyone want to see anyone in particular? I mean, I could just rate Perk Cuss. It's pretty chill. I like him. I like to watch people play the game since I don't get to. I like to watch some people play. Yeah. I understand who. Oh, are you talking about Verlia? Vexus? They got a couple names, but they are awesome. They do the Feverstone Wild stuff. Really top notch. Yeah, I've been quite a lot of new people making YouTube videos on Vintage 2 recently. Oh, hopefully someone makes a video on the Magic mod so I don't have to. You gotta rely on that. Alright, let's do /raid Perk Cuss. There we go. I wonder what I'm gonna eat for lunch. Maybe a peanut butter jelly. Maybe. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, a lot of, more fixes coming in. Hopefully things simmer out a little bit with the game. It won't be too crazy. Like, the base game just needs to work. Like, it's patience is important, but I mean, at this stage of the game, little Q&A, right? Like, it's disheartening when something breaks, right? It's like, oh, I guess that's just how the game, deals with some items now. Nothing changed. So, just sucks. Nothing I can do about it. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. If you run into any bugs in the new version, I put in some fixes, I think, to try and let the rift blooms not die with the snow transition like they seem to for some people. When the rift bloom has, like, can see the open sky. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully that bug is squashed. If not, I'm gonna have to figure it out again.